Hello, is this thing on?
Make it stop!
I need my hat so I can put the Rode mic on. Just hook it to my ear.
Just clip it to your beard. I can't take you seriously with that. Now we learned how to start these videos.
Hola, welcome to the channel. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. So we are back today for another Q&A style video. Today we're going to cover my training through the off season, current nutrition, and my next competition plans. So let's get into the questions. Yes, I want to get back to benching 140 kilos for reps. So basically all of my working sets want to be in that like the 5 to 8 rep range for my compound movements. So with bench, deadlifts, squats, all that sort of stuff. Bench press I want to get to 140 for sets 8. Deadlift I want to get to 220 for sets 8 with like a lower rep range of working up to 250 at a minimum for the off season. And for squats, if I can get up around the 200 kilo, 220 mark on those again, that'd be really good as well. So those are the main sort of gym goals that I have for the compound exercises. What am I working on physique-wise through the off-season? Bodybuilding-wise, it's always the goal to work on judges' feedback and go away and look at your physique and critically look at it and figure out what you need to work on. So the main areas that we figured need to be worked on the most were my abs, my chest, particularly upper chest, and thickness through my mid-back. So those are the 3 main areas that I'm looking at working on, which is reflected in my current training split, which we'll get into now. So I'm currently doing a 7-day rotating split with rest days falling wherever they go. Essentially it goes chest, back, legs, chest, back, chest, legs. So as you can tell with that, chest is a primary focus. So I'm training that basically every other day. Chest is paired with, every single workout has abs. Then chest is always paired with biceps because that was another area that I wanted to work on. So chest being trained 3 times a week, biceps being trained 3 times a week, back's being trained twice a week, legs being trained twice a week. And then shoulders are being separated to, there's side delts in both of my back days, rear delts on 1 chest day, 1 back day, front delts on 1 chest day, triceps get trained once, and then I do calves once as well. So that's every muscle group. Did that make sense?
I'll go back to it and make it make sense.
Do you want me to literally say day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7? So day 1, abs, chest, rear delts, biceps. Day 2, abs, back, side delts, calves. Day 3, quads and abs. Day 4, chest, front delt, bicep, abs. Day 5, back, side and rear delt and abs. Day 5 is chest, biceps, triceps, abs. Yeah, so day 7 is hamstrings. Without actually doing the maths, I'm doing about 20 sets per week for back, about the same for chest, and then it kind of tapers down from there for each muscle group. Abs get 4 to 6 sets per session, biceps about the same, 6 to 8. Chest is about the same, 8 to 10 sets per session each time I train them. Back generally has a few more exercises because it's being only trained twice a week. So I'll do like 4 to 5 exercises compared to 3 to 4 for most muscle groups. And then for the muscle groups that respond better, such as my shoulders, they basically get 1 to 2 exercises per workout. And they only really get like 3 to 6 sets per session as well. It's kind of a hybrid, my workout split. I wouldn't say it's low volume, but each session, because I'm not doing like 4 to 5 sets of each exercise, it's probably classed more towards the lower volume. And I generally aim to train close to failure, so it's probably close to that high intensity range as well. And I like to try and push as heavy as I can for as many reps as I can, which is basically what I try to aim for with all of my exercises. Each session, I'm probably training more like reps in reserve. I'm stopping just shy of failure. There's very rarely exercises where I go all the way to failure. I like using intensifying techniques such as drop sets to get closer to failure, but I'm never really actually hitting failure. But when I do, it's on exercises that are safe to do so. So I'll never really go to failure on something like a deadlift or a squat. If I fail on a bench press, that's safe enough because there's always safeties there. So basically, I don't program training to failure, but if failure is there, then I'll try to get to it on exercises that are safe to do so. So I'll just get into MyFitnessPal where I track all my food. I have 3 different diets that I follow based on what I'm training that day. So I've got my rest day nutrition, my leg day nutrition, and my regular upper body training session nutrition. So on my leg days, which is a higher carb day, I do 190 protein, 525 carb, and 45 fat, which gives me about 3,265 calories. On my rest days, I'm at 230 protein, 375 carb, and 76 grams of fat, which gives me 3,104 calories. And then on my regular days, I'm currently at 230 protein, 455 carb, and 62 grams of fat, which gives me 3,298 calories. Food's at a pretty good level at the moment. I'd love to be able to say that I'm 100% on point with all of my calories every single day and I never veer off my diet at all, but I'm human. Like the last few weeks I've been pretty shit with my diet, so I've been eating a lot of stuff off plan, just lots of bowls of cereal at night before I went to bed, but we have those days sometimes. The most important thing is that you basically just get back on track as soon as you can and don't beat yourself up about it too much, because nobody's judging you in the off season based off how you look. It's all about how you're progressing in the gym and getting stronger and all of that. So I follow more of like a 80-20 rule in the off season. 80% I'm dialed in, and then if I have something off plan, that's a very small percentage of the time. So how strict are you in the off season? For the most part, I'm on the ball, but sometimes we go off plan. And then cheat meal wise, might have a planned, off-plan meal, like maybe once a month. I've always been in the mindset of trying to be in a surplus as long as possible in a off season. This year, which sort of touches on what I'm gonna finish on, it's gonna be my longest off season ever, so I'm gonna be using more diet breaks, more mini cuts this year, just to make sure that my body composition is still in a reasonable position, that I can keep gaining muscle mass in an optimal sort of range, that I'm not just putting on a whole bunch of unnecessary body fat that's going to make it a hell of a lot harder to diet when it comes around the next time. Generally, I like to just keep calories pretty constant and sort of tapering up as the off season goes on. This year, being that it's going to be a longer off season, I'm going to be doing a bit more like mini cuts throughout to make sure that I keep my body in a good state that's primed to build as much lean muscle as possible. So direct cardio, I don't do any. I purely work off a step count. My current goal is around 12,500 steps per day, which at the moment I'm doing very easily. Rest days tend to do a little bit more, purely just because I'm not in the gym, so I guess NEAT ends up going up, so non-exercise related activity. So no, I don't do any cardio in the off season, but I basically just work off a step count, and basically just stay in the same sort of position. I always aim to get at least 10,000 through the off season, regardless of what time of the year it is. And then that sort of tapers up or down depending on what phase of what phase I'm in. Once I'm doing a mini cut as well, then I'll introduce some cardio in that phase as well. Basically just to speed up the time that I'm in the mini cut and I can get straight back into gaining muscle. So I was thinking about timelines for when I want to get on stage next. I was originally looking at 2025, working off timelines of when I basically need to start dieting again. It's just under a year. It'd be about 12 months that I'd be able to spend in a solid gaining phase. But being that I'm going into pro shows now, everyone that I competed against that beat me were bigger than me. I need to spend a good chunk of time actually building some solid muscles. So I'm going to be looking at more like 2026 now. So looking at like end of the year 2026, which gives me like a solid 2-year off season to put on some good quality muscle tissue. So yeah, that's what we're looking at now. Be looking at ICM pro shows, AMB DFAC pro shows in end of 2026. Also want to step into WMBF in 2026 as well. So yeah, those are the shows that we'll be looking at in 2026. But for now, long off season, build as much muscle as we can, eat as much food as we need to allow that growth, and off season is well underway. So thanks for watching that video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you like the video, share the video around, do all that good YouTube shit. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.